decent numbers. Now the issue is your guidance was double-digit growth in revenue on constant currency terms for FY19. You've already done 14.3% for 9 months. Does that mean that the obvious question, raise the guidance to at least low teens?
So, well, you're absolutely right. We are far ahead of the plans that we had shared with you earlier. We don't give guidance, but we do share plans. Where we are at the end of Q3 actually is 17.3%, not 14.3%. 17.3% growth in constant currency organic terms over last year. So we feel very pleased about it. We feel very pleased about it not only because the results are good and the numbers are solid, also because these have now been sustained for a while. So good set of results as we see them.
Okay, good set of results, but it would be fair to assume that this 14-15% for full year is also possible, Sudhir, right?
See, at the end of Q3, we are now at 17.3% growth, as I said. We've also said that we think that we can maintain our momentum. We don't give guidance, we don't give formal guidance, so I can't actually put a number to it, but I'm pretty sure you can draw your own inferences given where we are already, which is 17.3% growth.
Oh, yes, I think that's I mean, it's quite clear that that's the number that the market should believe would be the case. Now, margin is the other thing because your margin is very strong for this quarter, 18.7%. The market was expecting 18%. You had guided for 18% to be the new normal. Could it be 18.5% going forward?
I'm not very good at playing this game, and I apologize, I have a bad throat, so you might have trouble hearing me, but you're absolutely right. 18.6% is the margin. 18.6% for a mid-tier firm is quite clearly for mid-tiers best-in-class margin. And as we said last time, we think given the way in which we are managing our operations, the way in which we've driven productivity, the way in which we've been able to go and secure rate increases, we think that on an annualized basis, in the years to come, 18% should be the new normal when it comes to operating margins for us.
Okay, 18% would be the new normal. Sudhir, before I talk more business, I just want to get one issue out of the way because there's so much of speculation in the media around this as well. This is a question we're trying to put to NIIT as well, but from a CEO's perspective, has there been any communication from current promoters about what their intention is with respect to their stake in the company, the 30-odd% that they hold?
We've all read the same reports that you have, and on this subject, as you know, we do not comment on such matters.
But absolutely no conversation at all. Have they communicated anything to the board? Because there's so much of speculation. Unfortunately, we're not getting clarity. Shareholders are not getting clarity.
I'll just go back to that earlier refrain. I really have no comments on this matter.
Okay, fair enough. Then, okay, let me, get this back down to business. 18% margins being the new normal. Just give us some color on the deal pipeline because you've been doing a great run rate as well. This quarter as well, 165 is what we're looking at, 165 million, building on last quarter's performance. What are clients saying right now and, where's the bulk of the action?
So this has been the 7th consecutive quarter of order intake going up. $165 million, the number that you quoted, was the order intake number for this specific quarter. Our large deal pipelines is robust, extremely robust. Our order executable is the highest ever, as you would have noticed, at $375 million. And across the 3 verticals that we focus on, the pipeline is almost evenly split. The large deal funnel that we are looking at is robust across all 3 of those. So we feel good about where the travel vertical is headed. You would have seen the numbers. We feel very good about the insurance vertical, which now for 4 quarters has been sequentially growing 9%, 10%, 11%, and this quarter 9.6%. And we feel extremely confident about the BFS space as well. So if I just quickly summarize it, the large deal velocity is good. The large deal velocity is good. The overall pipeline gross weighted and qualified appears good. And we feel good about the momentum that we have created and our ability to be able to sustain that momentum.
Okay, fair enough. Now, we have to be nitpicking at times and also point out the negative factors. Just, this attrition, 11.65% versus 10.78% quarter on quarter. That's a worrying point, and it's something that we have seen for some more industry players as well. Your thoughts on how to contain it?
Our attrition.
Yes.
Our attrition, let me just lead with that, is one of the lowest, if not the lowest.
Yes, it is, but it's gone up quarter on quarter. No, as I said, I'm just nitpicking. Perhaps have to point out some negatives, so that's why.
No, you're absolutely right, and I think we should nitpick together. But if you look at the, and I apologize for my voice, but if you look at the last 3 quarters preceding this quarter, our attrition was 10% or slightly sub 10%, if I remember right. So the current number at 11%, I know it's about a 70-80 bips increase over last quarter, is not a number, honestly, that concerns us at this point in time. We feel good about the employee engagement. We feel good about the employee morale. And we do feel that we have a very engaged team that is also enjoying the momentum growth that we see across revenue, that we see across margin, that we see across large deal flows across the company.